everybody, it is Tristan here and welcome to another 6 awesome features of video. I am the creator of the EdTech Teacher and I am very pleased that you have stopped by to watch this video today. Today we're going to go and look at 6 awesome features of Microsoft Word, good old Microsoft Word that all of us have probably used and may still be using in our careers as educators. All right, so we're going to go through and have a look at 6 of the most awesome features of Microsoft Word. Obviously, there are absolutely heaps of them, but we're just going to have a look at 6 of them today. This is a continuation of my 6 awesome features of Microsoft Word infographic that is available on my website, www.theedtechteacher.net. So let's get in and have a look at these 6 awesome features of Microsoft Word and how we can use them in our. All right, let's get in and have a look at our first awesome feature of Microsoft Word. And this is the Check Accessibility feature, which is available in Microsoft Word. And this helps us ensure that our documents are accessible for people with disabilities. So let's head into my Microsoft Word document here, which is actually a resource about the National Apology to Australia's Indigenous Peoples. So let's go and have a look and see how accessible this document would be to people that have disabilities. So to check and find the Check Accessibility feature, we're going to head up the top and click on Review. Once we've clicked on Review and it goes to the ribbon, we're going to click over here on Check Accessibility. So it says here that we need to keep it inclusive. Microsoft Word will show you and make sure that your file follows accessibility best practices and helps you fix quickly any issues that might be occurring with your document so that it can be accessible to everybody. So let's click on the Check Accessibility button here and see if there are any problems with this document. So over here, it's going to bring up the accessibility panel, which is what it's going to tell us needs to be looked at and needs to be checked and maybe actioned to make sure that this particular document is accessible for other people. So this one in the inspection results box here is telling me that I have one error and that an image or object is not in line. So I can click on the little arrow here to give me some more information. So I know that it is picture 2. And when I click on picture 2, it's going to highlight picture 2 in my document so I know what it's referring to. And over here, it will actually give me some recommendations and some actions that I could take. So I could place this particular image in line, or I could mark it as decorative. So the Check Accessibility feature is really great in making sure that we can fix any of the problems that might be occurring within our Microsoft Word documents to make sure that they are accessible for everybody. We can't just cater for the masses, we need to cater and be inclusive of everybody, no matter what their abilities or disabilities are. And we can check our documents by using the Check Accessibility feature in Microsoft Word. It's the first of 6 awesome features of Microsoft Word that we're going to have a look at in this video today. All right, I just thought I'd show you how to access the Check Accessibility feature using the online version of Microsoft Word. In the previous part of this video, I showed you how to access the Check Accessibility feature using the app version of Microsoft Word, but it is also available in the online version. So I've got my text here, which is the same text that I used in the app version that I have already shown you today. So let's head up the top and we're going to click on Review in our ribbon again. We're then going to see Check Accessibility, which we're going to click on. And it's going to bring up my Check Accessibility panel over here on the right-hand side. Now you can see here that it actually tells me that there are some hard to read text contrasts that I might need to fix. So let's go and have a look and see what these errors are and what we can do to fix these errors. So there are 3 errors that I need to have a look at in this document. The first is a page shading problem. So I can click on this and hopefully it's going to tell me what I can do to fix this. Oh, here we go. There it is. I couldn't see it there because it was down lower in the page. So it's telling me that there are some shading issues here with some of these different dot points. I think they are in my document, and I know they're here because I deliberately made them white to show you what warnings and information that the check accessibility feature can give to us. So it's telling me that these 3 dot points here aren't able to be read. Okay, the page shading could be a bit of a problem for people. So I can go in here and fix that up by going in and changing it from white to black, which is going to fix that particular problem. And it tells me here that the results are no longer current because I've gone in and fixed them. So if I recheck this document, it's going to tell me that the accessibility check is complete and there's nothing that I need to fix up to make this document accessible to everybody in my class. So the check accessibility feature is also available in the online version of Microsoft Word. All right, let's head on to awesome feature number 2 from Microsoft Word. And it is a really great tip that I did not know until Matt Miller from Ditch That Textbook mentioned it on one of his webinars that I had been watching. And it is that when you insert any shape into Microsoft Word, it actually already has an inbuilt text box in it. So we don't need to insert our shapes and then insert a text box over our shape so that our students can write in it. All of our shapes that we insert into Microsoft Word already have inbuilt text boxes for us to use. So let's head up the top to our Insert tab in our ribbon. And then we are going to insert a object. We're going to insert a shape. I'm just going to go for a generic rectangle. I'm going to put my rectangle into my Word document here. And then I'm going to show you how we can use the inbuilt text box feature. So to use the inbuilt text box feature, we're just going to click on our text box and then we should be able to start typing in it. So you can see here that I have just typed the EdTech teacher, the name of my wonderful website. We can also go in and we can also edit this so that it's just like a normal text box. We can go in, we can bold, we can italicize, we can underline, we can highlight, we can change the text color if we would like to. So let's go to black. We can also add bullets, all right? We can also make sure that we look at our text direction. We can align our text, whether we want it at the top, the middle, or the bottom of our object. We can basically do everything that we can do in a text box, but rather than having to insert a text box over a shape, we're just writing in the shape that we're using. So this is going to save you a ton of time when you are creating worksheets, when you're creating presentations. It's even a really good skill to teach our students. So teaching them that when they insert a shape into a Microsoft Word document, there is already an inbuilt text box ready to go for them to type in. A really awesome feature of Microsoft Word that I wasn't aware about, but it's definitely changed my perspective of how to use Microsoft Word more effectively. So the inbuilt text box feature in any shape that you insert in Microsoft Word is the second awesome feature of Microsoft Word that we're looking at today. All right, let's head on to awesome feature number 3 of Microsoft Word. And just like all Microsoft products, there are a huge range of templates and designs that you can access to help you get your project started. So rather than starting with a blank document, unless that's what you need to start with, there's actually a whole range of templates and designs that you can use for pretty much anything that you're doing in the classroom or you're asking your students to do. So I'm just in my Word document app on my desktop, and I have clicked on New to go and create a new document. I can go in and create a blank document, or I can have a look at the templates that are available that have been pre-made for me and see what's there and if there's something that I might like to use in my lesson preparation or I might get my students to use. So if I scroll down, I can see a whole range of different templates that are available. Some of them are absolutely stunning. Some of them are very colorful, okay? There's a whole range of different templates that I can use. Another really great feature is that I can head up here and I can search for online templates. So maybe I'm looking for something in particular. Maybe I'm looking for a report. So I'm going to type in report here and I'm going to search that. And it's going to search through thousands of templates that are available. So I might go, this one here looks like something that I might like. So I'm going to click on that. It's going to give me a little bit of an overview of what this looks like. And then I can click create to use that template. It's going to download it. It's going to pre-fill it with the information that I might include in my particular report here so I can customize it. But now I can go through and create a really report using this template. Rather than going through and having to create my own template, I can use this pre-made template from Microsoft. So once again, just how to access the templates. We're going to go File, we're going to head back to New, and then you will see all the templates that are available here. So we've got a whole range of suggested searches. So we might go education because we are educators. We've got some newsletters. We've got some resumes. We've got meeting agendas. We've got volunteer forms, pricing lists, all kinds of different templates that relate to our role as educators. So go and show your students, go and show your colleagues, go and have a look at the template library and see what you can find to make your next job a little bit easier, because we're very busy people, teachers, and sometimes we can go and take something that's already been made and customize it just the way that we need to for our particular purpose. So the Microsoft Word templates are available for you to use in the classroom today. All right, awesome feature number 4 of Microsoft Word is the ability to use different shapes and icons to enhance the information in your presentation or your Word document. So to go and use the different shapes and icons, we're going to head up the top to Insert in our ribbon, and then you'll see the tab here that says Icons. We're going to click on this, and it's going to provide us with a whole range of icons that we can use in our Word documents, in our presentations, to just kind of give our work a little bit of jazz and make our information stand out a little bit more. So we can search for any particular icon that we're looking for. So maybe I'm looking for an arrow, and it's going to bring up a whole range of arrows that I could use here. I really like this arrow just here. So I'm going to click on this and insert that arrow. I can then go and change the size. I can also go and change my color if I would like it to be a particular color. I can change my graphic outline the same way that I would change the outline and the graphic fill of a shape. All right. So having a look at using some of these different icons and shapes is a really great way to make your document a little bit more interesting and appealing. So you can go through and there's a whole range of different categories that you can search for, or you can just type in what you're looking for up here and it will find something relevant related to your search term. So I might put in computer and it's going to bring up some example computers here that I could use. Same thing, if we would like to use some different shapes in our Word document, we're going to go to our ribbon and we're going to go and click on shapes. And there's a whole range of different shapes that we can use to enhance our Word documents. We've got regular shapes that we use all the time, lines, rectangles, basic shapes, arrows, equation shapes, flowcharts, stars and banners, and even callouts if we're trying to show somebody speaking. So go and have a look at using some different shapes and icons in your Word document to really emphasize particular information or ideas that you're presenting to your students or you're wanting people to think about or identify really easily. Shapes and icons, another wonderful, awesome feature of Microsoft Word. All right, let's move on to awesome feature number 5 of Microsoft Word. and that is the ability to use the dictate feature to help write and compose Word documents. So we probably have students in our classes who are very reluctant to write, and they may even not have the skills to be able to type a Word document. So instead of battling with them to try and get them to do something, why don't you get them to use the dictate feature so that they at least get some of their eyes down on a Word document, on paper for us to have a look at. But we can also then teach them the importance of grammar, punctuation, editing, etc. So to use the dictate feature, we're going to head into our main Word document here, and we're going to have the home ribbon up and go here to the right-hand side to the dictate feature. Now we're going to click on the little arrow here, which is going to allow us to choose different languages that we can dictate in. All right. So I'm obviously using English Australian because that is where I am based. So that's what I'm going to show you today. So to use the dictate feature, we're going to click on the microphone here. And it's showing me that we have started the dictation feature. So you can see that everything that I am now saying, it is typing onto the screen for me. So if I want to add, for example, a full stop, I'm going to say period. New line. Now I'm going to continue my paragraph, my essay, my book report, so that I can show and demonstrate my understanding. But I'm not typing this. I'm using dictate feature to get my ideas down, and then I can go back with my students later. I can show them the importance of grammar, punctuation, editing. So I'm actually teaching them a whole range of different skills, but also getting them to do something in the classroom rather than battling them and having them go, no, I'm not going to do that. So go and have a look at the dictate feature and see how amazing it is for use in the classroom, but have a look at how great it's going to be for you when you're creating documents, maybe creating and writing reports, transcribing information. The dictate feature is going to come in so handy. So go and check out the dictate feature in Microsoft Word. It's another awesome feature that will make your life as a teacher much, much easier. All right, let's head into awesome feature number 6 of Microsoft Word, and it is probably one of the most awesome features of Microsoft products that is around at the moment, and that is a particular feature that I will talk about in pretty much every 6 awesome features of video, and it is the Immersive Reader functionality that is inbuilt into Microsoft Word. It's inbuilt into Microsoft Word Online, but it is also available in the app version of Microsoft Word. So if you don't know what the Immersive Reader function is, it's a way to help struggling readers or readers from non-native language speaking backgrounds access information in our Word documents. So on my screen at the moment, I've got my text, which I dictated for awesome feature number 5, just to show you how we can use the information in our Word documents with the Immersive Reader functionality. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head up to Review. And, sorry, I'm just going to go to View. It's not Review, it's View. And you will see just here, we've got the Immersive tab. I'm going to click on Immersive Reader, and it's going to give me some different options that I can use with the Immersive Reader functionality. So I can change the column width of my page. So I'm currently on wide. If I want to just go moderate, if I want to go very narrow, I can do that. I can also change my page color. So if I have a student that needs green paper, I can go and change that to green. I can determine how much of the text is visible and what it focuses on. So at the moment, I'm on none. I might focus on one line at a time if I want my students to focus on that fluency as they are reading and learning. I could go 3 lines or 5 lines depending on what I am doing. I can also have a look at my line spacing. So how much spacing do I want between my lines so that it's easy for my students to access? I can also identify the syllables in each of the words if I'm helping a student that is not very good at reading or is from a background that's not my native language, so they can identify the different syllables in different words. I can also get the text read aloud. I'm just going to pause that. I can go up here and click on the little speaker sign here. I can slow this reading speed down. I can change the voice from Microsoft Catherine to Microsoft James. So there's a whole really range of cool things that I can do with the Immersive Reader functionality using Immersive Reader in the Microsoft Word app version. I'm going to go and show you what the Immersive Reader looks like on the Microsoft Word app online version because it's slightly different to what we get with the app version. So let's go and have a look and see what it's like in the online version of Microsoft Word. Okay, I'm just going to show you how to access Immersive Reader using the Microsoft Word online version because it does provide a little bit of additional functionality in comparison to the app version. So to access the Immersive Reader functionality in the online version, again, we're just going to go to View and then click on Immersive Reader. So I've just selected a template from Microsoft that is available here. It is a report template just to show you how we can use the Immersive Reader functionality. So I'm going to click on the Immersive Reader button, and it's going to take me into the Immersive Reader functionality. So here straight away, you can see that I can go down the bottom here and I can play my text.
Your name.
I can click on the voice settings again to speed up the text if I would like it to go faster, and I can change the male or female voice selection here. That's really important because you might have some students that might be very afraid of a particular gender, and you might be able to get them to change that so that they feel a little bit more comfortable. Also, in the online version of Immersive Reader, up the top here, we've got a couple of different options that we can go in and we can customize. So we can actually change our text preferences. So we can change our text size if we need it a little bit larger. We can make it a little bit smaller as well. We can increase our spacing between the lines. We can change our font to 3 preset and determined fonts here that might be easier for our students to read, especially if they are reluctant or new language learners. Again, we can change the colors of our particular theme. Okay, so if there is a particular color that helps the student, we can go and select that. We can also show the source formatting, or we can turn that off if we would like. If we go up here, we can choose and have a look at some grammar options. So if we're trying to teach our students about some of those basic parts of speech, we can have these turned on so that those different parts of speech are identified in the work in a particular color. So that's a really great way to help our students learn different parts of speech and what their roles are. We can also decide again if we would like the syllables to be shown if we're trying to show our students the different syllables within words. In addition, we can also go and edit our reading preferences. So again, we can change the line focus if we would like it to be just on one line, if we would like 3 lines to appear, or if we would like 5 lines to be the focus, we can do that as well. We also have the picture dictionary, which is fantastic. So if you go and hover over and click on some of the different words that are in your text, you'll actually see a picture to help students identify what that word means. Now, obviously, it doesn't apply to every word because some words are very hard to visually represent, but for most words, you will find some kind of picture dictionary visual representation. The other really amazing feature of the Immersive Reader functionality is the ability to translate it into a whole range of different languages. So we may have our particular document in our native language, and we can actually allow our students to use the Immersive Reader functionality and translate it into their native language, okay? Because often they have come to our country and they don't have our particular language as a first language. They're learning it. So they can go in there and translate it into their first language to help them with their journey into learning their new language that you are teaching them or helping them become exposed to. So there's a whole range of really great features available in the online version of Microsoft Word with Immersive Reader, as well as the app version of Immersive Reader, which is available on your desktop of your computer. So go and have a look at the Immersive Reader functionality. It's really great in helping students who might be a little bit reluctant when it comes to reading, or students who are from a background that is not necessarily your native language that you might teach in. The Immersive Reader functionality, a really great resource that Microsoft have developed that you can use in your classroom. So there we go. We've just gone through and looked at 6 awesome features of Microsoft Word. Obviously, there are so many awesome things that Microsoft Word can do that we don't have time to go through them all today. But stay tuned because there'll be more 6 awesome features of Microsoft Word infographics coming out, and there'll be more 6 awesome features of Microsoft Word videos coming out to show you how to use these awesome features in the future. So I hope you picked up something today that you might like to try with Microsoft Word, or see if you can show it to your students to help them improve their understanding and use of Microsoft Word in your classroom. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me today in this video as we've had a look at 6 awesome features of Microsoft Word. Don't forget to check out the infographic, which is available at my website, www.theedtechteacher.net, or you can follow us on Facebook. Feel free to follow me on Twitter and get involved with my awesome journey as I try to share my love of technology with you and help you improve your ability to use technology in your classroom so that we can develop the capacity of our students as they move into a rapidly changing technological world in their futures. Anyway, I am Tristan, and thank you for joining me for another one of my 6 awesome features of videos. I greatly appreciate your support in my journey to share my love of technology with everybody. Anyway, thanks very much and stay safe, everybody.